Hi guys, my name is Oluwatosin of Money Africa, and I'm very excited about the topic we have today. We're always talking about the markets, investment, insurance, and all these interesting topics. But today we're going to be delving into insurance. What is insurance? Why do we need it? How can we claim? These are all the questions you've always wanted to ask. And this time around, I get to sit on this seat and ask it instead. Guess what we have here today? We have with us the Divisional Director of Leadway Assurance, Mr. Oluwafemi Adebayo. And we'll be delving and talking about all the nitty-gritty details about insurance. So guys, come on this journey with me and let's jump right into it. Mr. Femi, we've always wanted to ask, why insurance? Why do we need it? What is the purpose?
Okay, thank you, Tosin, for having me. So let me first start by defining what insurance is actually. And I can tell you that there are a couple of definitions out there, depending on what you want. Over the course of the week, I heard a speaker also say insurance is not a religion. Because people don't believe it, which also had credence to how you define it. And he went on to define insurance as risk management. The simplistic way to define it is insurance is a contract and an agreement between two parties, where one party has an obligation to guarantee the management of your risk over time, with a promise and an assurance that in the event anything happens, it's going to come good and put you in that vantage position where you were before that loss. However, I take it further down to say that insurance is actually a lifestyle. Insurance is a lifestyle because it helps you not only protect what you have, but helps you create wealth. And how does it create wealth? So what you have is you've been able over time to put together certain things that are prized possessions of yours, which includes even your life, and put it together over time such that you're planning your estate, you're planning your life. And what insurance does with that is not that it does only not protect you, but it helps you create that wealth over time. When you're there, you enjoy the benefit of your wealth, and when you're not there, insurance also ensures and guarantees that you still have your dependents enjoy that wealth that you've created. So that's logically the simple layman definition of insurance.
I love it.
Yeah. How do we build trust? And one of the things that has happened over the years is that there's always the bias, there's the rejection about insurance generally, and there's also the old perception problem around insurance. But Tosi, I can tell you that over the last 15, 20 years, the transition from the old traditional ways of application of insurance generally has begun to change in terms of the application of insurance, in terms about the understanding of what insurance is, the simplicity of insurance is such that you can do insurance end-to-end within minutes, largely because of the emergence of the digital opportunities now. People are beginning to see that insurance is not a hidden ghost somewhere. It's a reality of life. It's something that we need to do. It's something that should be my lifestyle. And the way we need to build that trust over time is to ensure that that transparency that we started over the last 15, 20 years is sustainable over the long time.
Interesting. I love when you said that it's to protect wealth. So it's literally the preservation role. So now for a lot of people watching this, I mean, a lot of young people, they're asking themselves, oh, what are the things, whenever they're hearing about life insurance, like, why should I even start thinking about a life insurance? I'm relatively young, I have good health. Why should I start thinking about that now? Or things like, I don't even have a home. Right? Are there actually products targeted at me as a young person who is not scared about their life for now, Absolutely. Or who does not even have a home?
Interesting. Good question. One of the conversations people don't like generally to have is around death.
Yeah.
Oh, why do? And so that's an interesting conversation, really. But actually, Insurance is, like you said earlier, not only about protecting death or your prized possession, but insurance is about also helping you in that journey of creating your wealth, such that there's that comfort for you, an assurance for you that even if I survive over time, there's that element of insurance that has a guarantee to whatever I've created. However, if I don't survive it, life is inevitable. Everyone knows life, it's a risk on its own.
Sure.
So because I'm a teenager today, because I'm young today, it doesn't take out of reality that life itself has its own risk. So what you need to do is also factor the element of that into the fabric of your design, such that you begin to think along the lines that, you know what, insurance is not about when I die.
True.
It's about actually also helping me manage my wealth, helping me create that wealth, such that if there's situations, unforeseen situations, when I'm not even around, my wealth is still protected. Now, deeper than that is that insurance products, the one you and I know, that comes really handy is Motor, the householder, the common insurance. But the insurance product that actually also had certain benefits to whatever in terms of wealth you've created. So the typical savings plan in an insurance company, Leadway's got the Leadway savings plan, such that you begin to create wealth on a monthly basis, or on an annual basis, on a quarterly basis, with interest elements that accrue on a regular basis. So what you have is that you are actually creating wealth. The insurance element of it is actually adding an add-on in terms of interest to your wealth, to whatever you created. And over time, you can watch your interest grow with that surplus element that in the event anything happens, both the wealth you've created, the principal that you have put together, and the interest element that the insurance company is guaranteed on that potential wealth that you've created is guaranteed.
Wow, interesting. I love it. I love the lifestyle angle, basically just creating products that people are already using and also creating that comfort. So now, still speaking about lifestyle, it's all about habits, right? So every day, get up, you take your shower. Every day I have to eat. Every day, these are things that are already incorporated into my system. How do we then change mindset? How do we get people to start seeing it in a different light, start seeing it as a necessity, something nice to have, something I should have? Exactly.
So we at Leadway, we're frontliners in that direction. And one of the things we've tried to do over the last few years is design products that are simple. Simple to the sense where it resonates with the need of the people. And so products could be customized to suit what you have. And insurance, like I say, could be designed for you as an individual. It could be designed for a group. It could be designed for a collection of certain individuals. What you have is, and what we've designed is, we've ensured a seamlessness in the processing of insurance, from the onboarding process where an individual wants to buy insurance to the point where you're able to consummate your transactions. And the online platform you and I know has actually helped that over the last few years. So at the click of your computer online, you can actually consummate an insurance purchase within 2 minutes. And that has allowed the simplicity in the process itself to sort of endear to people, and people are becoming more receptive to the point where, you know what, I go to a bank today and it's easy to actually buy a bank product, to transact in a bank. Insurance is that simple also. Beyond that, we've designed products also that speaks in the simplest language you can have. There are no technical details any longer in terms of the requirements for which we always say is the key personal information that you need, which are the normal typical personal details that you need. It's quite simple. So in terms of requirements from the customer, you just need the basic information that I need from you. And so what you have is that we've simplified that ecosystem such that it's simple to manage. You can transact insurance within minutes. And guess what? In terms of the conversations, we're moving from a traditional old way where you need someone to come speak to you. You're reading through volumes of pages of policy documents to policy documents that are just 2 pages. And so it's easy, it's seamless, and it's simple.
Fantastic. Easy, seamless, simple. And that's basically what millennials are looking for.
Absolutely.
They want convenience. Yes. So we're able to break the convenience gap. We're able to do that. So we're talking about savings and risk. Where is there like a marriage between both of them? Where can we find a situation where, as you can see, a marriage between risk and savings?
Okay, absolutely. And so what we've designed over time is a product that really resonates with people that have a savings idea. And so we've got the Leadway target plan. What that does is, it's an endowment plan. What that does is, it puts a marriage of a savings culture and also the risk part of it. You start by saving. First of all, you conceptualize an idea of what you want to achieve within a certain period. And I'll put it very simple. So I've designed such that I want to aspire to build up wealth of about 10 million over the next 5 years. So what we do is package you that products and allows you the flexibility to save on a monthly basis or quarterly, depending on what you want, and gradually aspire to that 10 million within the 5-year period. However, the beauty about this is, if you become consistent over time and you keep being diligent with your savings, 5 years, you would have your 10 million. Not only your 10 million as a principal, there's an element of interest that accrues on it, which you will also get.
Interesting.
Now, you want to ask me interest. We always strive that our interest rate actually competes with the bank interest rate, which is a savings rate today. And you can have between 5 to 6% on that savings. Not only that, the interesting part really is, along the journey of building that estate over 5 years, the individual actually dies. The dependent has the guarantee to be paid that ultimate goal, which is the 10 million.
Wow.
So literally, if I've saved probably about 100,000, maybe my first year I'll probably save 100,000. My aspiration is 10 million in 5 years. But in the first year I've saved 100,000 and I die. The 10 million plus the interest is available for whoever my dependent is.
Wow.
And it's paid immediately.
Wow, that's impressive.
So that's the beauty of the products. However, if you survive the 5 years, what you experience is that you've actually built your wealth of 10 million over 5 years.
So this is so interesting. So whether you live or you die, either ways you're winning.
You're 10 million, you're winning. It's a
win-win.
win-win.
I love it. I love it. Interesting. So now, quick question to you. Let's say now I'm a young person, I'm in my early 30s or even in my 20s, and I want a situation whereas my gadgets could be insured. So let's say I have computers, like these are my own assets, I don't own a home yet. Are there products for things like this?
Oh yes. So at the tip of my finger now, you probably have close to about 60, 70 products, insurance products available in the market there.
Wow.
And so, like you said, beyond the products that are available out there, you want to insure your computers. Yes, you've got the all-risk cover, you've got designs along computer cover. What insurance has done over the years is also to customize products along those lines. So for products that ordinarily will not be on the shelf, they're readily available to customize those products to suit whatever desires you want along those product lines. And so for largely people out there that want to insure their computers, their laptops, their telephones, insurance products are readily available. I can show you with Leadway today, we have those products that are available for you. We have packages, we have plans that protects all your assets. And when I mean all your assets, all your prized possessions, and inclusive even of your personal life.
Wow. Now, talking about claims, a lot of people perception, even though it has never happened to them, but they always hear that, oh, but will they pay me? If it happens, will they pay me? So what are the stories about claims? What are the changes that have happened in the past? How easy is it to access those claims?
Absolutely. So it's always a perception issue.
True.
And I'll share this experience about someone very close to me too. And there was a perception issue around insurance until when she had a claim, and the journey between when she lodged the claim and to when she was paid was 3 days.
Wow.
And she came back and asked that, is this insurance really? And I said, yes, insurance is transited from the old traditional level of engagement into this seamless approach where you don't even need to interact with anyone to get your claim settled. Yes, there will be requirements for certain informations, which obviously we all know are basic requirements. You need probably for a car insurance, you need a police report, or you probably need a photograph of that. So beyond those certain simple requirements, the levels of engagement, the process for claims payment is actually seamless. And you can go through a process where you're lodging your claim and you get settled within 24 hours, 72 hours. We pride in Leadway that within 72 hours, when you've signed all the details, you will get paid your claims benefits.
Wow. 3 days. 3 days. Wow, that's impressive. So I think for me as well, this has also been a learning process, because in as much as I know that the claims have changed and it's better, but I still did not realize that it was as quick as 3 days. I was thinking maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1 month, but 3 days, that's pretty impressive. All right, so what is your last words for us? What are you going to say to people out there? What are you going to tell them about insurance and just basically adopting it and seeing it differently?
So my message is to everybody that make insurance a lifestyle. It's part of our daily life. Let's make insurance part of our DNA. Let's make it part of that priority list. The pandemic has revealed that there's some things we don't, even the forecasters will have gotten this wrong. And it's here, it's a reality. And what insurance does is help you plan for those unforeseen situations. I believe that once we begin to embrace insurance as a lifestyle, we'll start to plan both for ourselves and also the estates, especially when we understand that it does not only protect us, but it also helps us create wealth.
Thank you so much for that,
Mr.
Oluwafemi. Thank you. Do you know something that jumped out at me during the session? Do you know that one of the things that wealthy people do is, guess what? They do not take life by chance. They're actually very aggressive about insurance. And if we want to be wealthy, why not be like the wealthy? So guys, it's time for us to start taking insurance differently, start looking at it in a different light, start seeing it as a lifestyle, something that you should actually have to protect and to see you on the journey of growth. If you have any questions, guys, please jump into the comment section, talk to us, let us know. What else would you like to hear about? Has this changed differently? What products are you looking for? And then we'll be able to take the conversation further. Thank you.